Good morning, gamers. What is going on, everybody? It is a beautiful Saturday morning. I am so happy to be doing another pizza bake speed run for you today. We had so much fun with this last week that we decided to come back and do it all again. Not only because last week we weren't quite as successful as we wanted to be with our pizza bake speed run, the very first ever of its kind ever to happen, but we also wanted to see if we could perfect it a little bit, or at least optimize and improve from last week. So hope you guys are all doing great. Universal Retro Gamer, what's up? Bowsers Wowzers. Yes, thank you for joining us today, and good morning to everyone else. Thank you for joining us, and we have such a great, awesome speed run for you today. So for anyone who hasn't checked out what we did last Saturday, I urge you to hit us up on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe to our channel because we're dropping all kinds of awesome content like this on a regular basis. But if you haven't checked out our video yet, what we did last week, which was the first ever of its kind ever to happen, was we did a pizza bake speed run. Yes, you may be wondering why there's a pizza cam on my layout. And if you didn't watch last week, I could totally understand the confusion, but there's a pizza cam on there because what I'm going to be doing for you today is really simple. I'm going to be speed running Double Dragon 2, but at the same time baking a frozen pizza. Yes, I'm going to be baking a Screamin' Sicilian holy pepperoni pizza. We did it last week. It was actually amazing because even though we burnt the mess out of the pizza because I tried to beat this game twice, both to no avail, epic failure. I will 100% admit that. And I ended up having to eat at least one piece of the entirely burnt pizza. I will say this, that the Screamin' Sicilian Holy Pepperoni Pizza, and I am definitely not sponsored by them, although they might be sending me some stuff, which would be awesome. I'd be proud to display that and obviously eat more of their pizza because it's awesome if you haven't tried it yet. But after 38 minutes, I think it was, or almost 40 minutes cooking the pizza, and I absolutely burning the mess out of it because I failed a speed run last week, the pepperonis were actually not that bad. So I kind of almost like, I had to give them props for that. I'm like, for frozen pizza where the suggested cook time is between 17 and 19 minutes, which is the reason why I use it for this run, because it's like entirely perfect for how I'm going to run this game. I think my best is 17 minutes and 19 seconds. And if I have a sub 20 run, really a sub 19 run, I'll be elated today because I ran this game so poorly last week. I'll 100% admit to the ineffective and lack of quality in my running last week. But that, that epic failure allows there to be an epic comeback this week. So I know I can run this game well. I've run this game with, I'm one of the top 30 speedrunners of this game on speedrun.com. I can do this. I believe in myself. I don't know if it was nerves or just like pure adrenaline or excitement from like doing this for the first time ever and, combining really two of my favorite things, which is obviously eating pizza and video games. And, what better video game to try this on than Double Dragon 2 The Revenge, my favorite NES game, right? And if you know me too, you know that I love pizza. You know that I love video games, obviously. So combine these two things, it's a match made in heaven. So I'm going to be trying this again. So I can no longer say that this is the first ever pizza bake speedrun. Feel free to use that hashtag. Feel free to challenge your friends with this or share this video later on when I am able to upload it to YouTube or, make a highlight on it here on Twitch. But I can no longer say this is the first ever because last week was the first ever. This is the second ever, but I'm hoping this is the first successful one, meaning that I don't burn the mess out of the pizza and I can actually enjoy it. But, I threw this challenge down. This challenge was originally created and innovated in our Discord server. So thank you. A special shout out to GigaPeon and Benny MB for coming up with that awesome idea. It took me a little bit longer today to set up my stream, unfortunately, because I was having some technology problems with my pizza cam. So as you can see down below, you have the picture of me or the video feed of me. You have the video game that we're going to be playing today, Double Dragon 2 The Revenge, off here to the right. Directly below me is the live split counter. So I'm going to be, timing myself just to see, in the off chance I happen to get a PB or that, I want to actually record these results, I'm going to be having a live split going for that. Also, to give myself also an estimation of where I am in terms of the pizza, because the estimation for the cook time for this pizza is between 17 and 19 minutes, but they say you really should check it after 15. So the pressure is going to be on, needless to say. And of course, below the live split timer is the pizza cam. So that's brand new. We updated that actually last night. And it has nice coat of paint, so to speak, and a refresh there. So got the pizza cam ready. We got the live split. Sweet. All right, that's working. Nice. And then I'm going to restart my NES just for good luck and just to go over the very basic rules of this, which, feel free to pass this challenge along, challenge your friends. Obviously, practice safe cooking and baking safety with this. Because there might be some urge to want to keep on running through the game and beat it until you cook your pizza, but you don't want to set your kitchen on fire. So, and after 38 minutes of the last week of going through this, I realized that I probably should only be trying this once. Probably shouldn't be going through this game multiple times trying to get the ending I want, right? So the rules for this are simple. All right, so I cannot start this game. I cannot start running this game until the pizza is effectively in the oven. And I've made a nice smiley face of the pepperoni so you can see that on the pizza cam. You can see it start to bubble up and you can see the stress start to intensify. And if I start to sweat because of that, it's not just because it's a super hot day today. It's because I am legitimately worried that I'm going to be eating burnt pizza. So, all right, that's rule number one. I cannot start this run until the pizza's in the oven. So what I'm going to be doing is hopping off the mic, running to my kitchen, throwing the pizza in the oven so you guys can see it in that camera feed down below, running back here, starting the game. And then I cannot take the pizza out of the oven until I am done running this game, either because I finished the game or because I've died. One of those two things need to happen. Hopefully I want to be able to finish the game. I've beat this game, I don't even know, like hundreds of times by now, so I should be able to do it. It's a very difficult game, but especially with the added pressure of the possibility of having to eat burnt pizza, which I totally did last week, and it was a huge chore, and it sucked, but hey, you know what? The pepperoni still wasn't that bad. So, always trying to look at the positive, right? So, here's the deal. So, I cannot start the run until the pizza's in the oven successfully. Run back here, start the run, and I cannot take the pizza out of the oven until I've either died or I have ended a run by hopefully beating the game. And at that point, I can take the pizza out, and I have to, if I burn it, I have to eat at least one slice of it. Now, one provision to this, if for whatever reason, if I have a miraculous run, and I run lower than the estimated cook time or lower than the time necessary for the pizza to cook in a way which I can enjoy it, I can let the pizza cook for a couple minutes, which I'm guessing that's not going to be the case based upon last week's performance and on my estimated runtime for this game. I'm guessing that's not going to be the case, but I want to make sure that provision stays in there because, if you eat uncooked pizza or, uncooked pepperoni, you're just asking for some kind of food poisoning. So I don't want to do that to myself. I'm willing to eat burnt pizza, but I'm not willing to give myself food poisoning. So those are pretty much the rules. So with that, I'm going to crack open a pop. I'm enjoying an awesome Diet Pepsi Wild Cherry today. Cheers to that. Pretty much because I was out of Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. That's my go-to. I also got my Michael Jordan Dream Team cup over here, ready to rock. And without further ado, you guys know the rules. I'm ready to, do this for the second time, the second week in a row. And this should be a relatively quick and to the point stream. So sit back, relax, grab a drink if you want to, grab some pizza yourself maybe, and enjoy my run. All right, we'll see you soon. Oh, okay. Let's hurry up and go. The pressure is on. Oh, man. Look at the smiley face there. I did that all for you guys. Hoping to have a much better run than last week. Last week was... Oh my goodness. My flying knee is not working, which could mean certain death for me. All right, there we go. Whew, okay, need to shake off the cobwebs, so to speak. All right, what is going on, guy? Kristen Kong, yeah, thanks for joining. So exciting. I know, right? I'm racing literally and figuratively against the clock. No matter how you want to say that, right? All right, there we go. Sweet. Oh, man, my time is pretty bad so far. So the good thing about this game, or both the good and bad thing about this game is so ridiculously hard. There's so many like opportunities later in the game to make up time. So I shouldn't worry too much. The more important thing here is that I actually beat the game. And I am actually, oh my goodness. That was a huge mess up by myself right there. But I'll be able to pick it up though. My first goal is to actually beat this game, have a successful run. So that's the first goal. And then obviously the second goal is not to be eating burnt pizza. Which maybe should be my first goal if you really think about it, because burnt pizza is gross. Oh, that's lame. Yeah. What is up? Oh my goodness. All right, that guy's being super annoying. Yeah, wow, I'm already behind this level. That sucks. So yeah, I'm already having a really bad run, but I haven't lost any lives yet, and that's the more important part. Whew. Unlike last time where I was losing lives all over the place, so... I'm so far behind, like a good run, but hey, as long as I don't die, I'll be happy, so... Yeah, Kristen, thanks so much for the support, yeah! I guess she has to, right? It's her kitchen too that's gonna catch on fire if this isn't successful. No, it shouldn't happen to that. We learned last time that even 38 minutes and even 38 minutes and our kitchen was still fine. So I just need to. Oh crap! Oh, F-bomb. That was horrible, you guys. That was the worst possible thing that could have happened. All right, so it's going to be very challenging to beat the game now. I actually might not take an intentional death now in a match in a terror just because I want to make sure I beat this game. That was horrible because that person ducked, so it was just enough to knock me off the side. That was ridiculous. Man, I don't know what it is with speed runs. When I try to throw pizza in the mix, this man, this game just continues to rock me, you know? And it should be noted that this game is ridiculously hard. This game isn't like, it's not a game you can just pick up and be like, oh, I'm gonna casually beat this game. It's a ridiculously hard game. For some reason, my cyclone kick is working though. Sweet, okay, I'll take it. I'm more than 30 seconds behind like my PB right now. That's so horrible because usually during my PB run, I was actually really under optimized at these levels, if anything. So yeah, wow, okay. This means there's lots of room for improvement. And even if I have a really bad run, even still today, which I mean, oh crap. Okay, I'd rather him hit me than me fall out. I cannot afford to lose another life now. I haven't fully decided if I'm going to be doing an intentional death still now at the match in a terror, but it's looking like no, actually. Because I just can't afford to lose This game is so ridiculous. Even like for someone who's like has beat this game probably like hundreds of times, or if I had to estimate, probably like 100 times by now. It takes absolutely no prisoners in this level of difficulty. So, if you don't come strapped and ready to defeat this game, then it will defeat you, no doubt. But happy Saturday. Hope everyone's doing great. Hope everyone is enjoying their own version of pizza or some kind of gaming activity or just having fun in general. It's been really hot in California, and I've heard that that's been the case for a lot of both back in the Midwest and on the East Coast as well. So hope everyone's staying cool and having fun. What the? This game will drive you to cursing up the storm. I'm really trying to keep it PG because sometimes my niece or other, people's kids like to watch. So, although this is definitely, this game will drive you to go crazy a little bit. I'm obviously doing a very conservative strategy right now because I'm just trying not to lose life. Oh, crap. I just say that and then... This is by far my least favorite level or stage in the entire game because you can't jump and do the knee. And the knee is so critical to everything I do. Like, seriously, everything I do revolves around the fly knee. So, like, in order to do the fly knee, you have to jump, obviously. Okay. And this just goes to show you how much... And I'm not going to try for the skip there. I'm not going to try to play... I'm obviously not playing risky at all. Like, I'm going to be so far below my PB. It's going to be not even funny. Thanks so much for the follow. Appreciate it. Beefcake882, what's up? How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Running through this game, trying not to die, trying to not eat burnt pizza. That's pretty much the two goals for today. Don't eat burnt pizza and try to actually run through this game. Do not throw that. Oof. I absolutely hate it in games when like you accidentally pick up an item which is a lesser of an attack than what you would normally do. So like it actually messes you up. That happens all the time in Turtles beat 'em up games as well. Oof, okay. Send them. Gotta send them, man. Ooh, okay, one more. I'm playing Beyond Conservative right now, but I kind of need to, so... At least I feel like I need to. I know people that are really, really good at speedrunning this game that can play it in, like, just under 11 minutes or around 11 minutes would probably be laughing right now. Because I'm already at that threshold already, right? Oh! I almost forgot to take the split. I'm a minute and a half behind my PB. Oh my goodness. That's wild. That is wild. Okay, I just need to make sure I don't lose any more life though. That's the key to this. I actually want to get a successful run in. No matter what the time is, That was a weird... I don't think I've ever done that before where I punched a few times and then went immediately into the cyclone kick. That was kind of cool actually. There might be a whole lot of firsts in this run today because I'm doing stuff that like I normally never do because I'm on a little bit of tilt right now. I'll be honest with you guys because I'm trying to do this for the first time ever. Not attempt this run. Oh my goodness. Not attempt this run for the first time ever, but try to have a successful run for the first time ever. So it is what it is, right? It's oh my goodness, my flying knee. When my flying knee's not working, it's like yeah, I don't know if it's my sticky controller. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm just gonna let them kill themselves. Oh, and this guy's beyond. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me? When you can't do your flying knee, just... There you go. Oh my goodness. Now I'm afraid to even get close to this guy because I don't want him to throw me off. Okay, there we go. There's such a low like frame like low amount of time that you have in frames to execute your fly needed. You have to be really on it. Oh, these guys. Oh, these guys are the bane of my existence. Like their front jump attack is. Oh my god! And they're later in the game. Yep. And their AI is just ridiculous too, right? All right, let's try to do this. Nice. Okay, that actually wasn't bad. For all the things I've done wrong, I must have done something right, right? All right, cool. I'm actually playing this part well. Not the first part of this level, obviously, but this part. So I am not going to be taking an intentional death at the Mansion of Terror. I know. That's going to put like another minute onto my time, but I want to make sure that I have a successful run. Like, that's really important to me right now, so I'm not going to be taking an intentional death there, which is the first time I haven't done this in probably like 2 months, so I just need to wait for my time to do this effectively, which, oh, it's not going to be now, because you have to wait. It goes 1-1-1. So yeah, this isn't going to be it too. Oh, this actually is going to be it. So I didn't have to wait that long, but I mean, that was easily 30 seconds or something. Where obviously if you're speedrunning and well, I am speedrunning this game, but I can say I can kiss a personal best goodbye unless something crazy happens. But I needed to save that life, so, because I unfortunately lost an unnecessary life. Why is, oh my goodness, this game is beyond frustrating when your knee's not working. I don't know what's going on. It might be nerves too. My cyclone kick is crushing it though. There we go. There we go. Send them packing, and there's still one more dude. Oh man, I wish my flying knee would have worked there. There we go. All right, cool. Just need to calm down a little bit and take it easy and realize I'm not getting a PB today, but I am working for non-burn pizza. So there we go. That's what I'm working for, you guys. You know, it's not every day that you invent a new category, right? We're all full of innovation over here. Whew, okay. These levels, or I should say it's just one huge level. Like, this is just one big level, which is kind of crazy. If you think about it, that stage 7 or mission 7 is just... Oh, that sucked. I didn't quite hit him off. I got this, though. Hands are sweaty and my heart is... Oh, no! Okay... Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for letting me do that, game. Thank you so much for letting me do that. All right. The infamous gear room, you guys. The room that kills everybody. Knock on wood, though, because I don't want it to kill me. All right. Just taking it nice and slow. Nice and easy. Taking it nice and easy. Well, I guess I could have gone there, but... Oh, man, these guys are so annoying. Nice. Oh, I didn't quite knee him off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, you've... Nothing's easy in this game. Nothing's easy in this game, you guys. I promise you that. So I'm definitely not going for a personal best today. It sucks to know that you're not nowhere. This guy is... Look at the AI in this guy. Okay, I guess I'm gonna punch him then because my cyclone kick and flying knee are both not effective. Let's take it old school, you guys. Let's take it old school double dragon. And, you know, just use punches and kicks. Like normal punches and kicks, not like, cyclone kicks or flying knees or body bashes or... I'm already at the suggested time to check the pizza, so yeah. But hopefully you guys are having fun, and don't forget to smash the follow both on this and also on obviously sub to us for free on YouTube. We're trying to build that up, and once we get to 1,000 on there, we're giving away an N64 to reward all of our early subscribers. So probably should start at the YouTube game much earlier, like back when it's actually started. But hey, you never too late, right? Yes, please duck everything. Okay, I need to play this guy smart, because this guy can catch up to you in a hurry. Like, he can start doing his really quick punch thing, or his, like, shoulder thrust. And, yeah, it can be lights out. All right, cool. I'm already at 16 minutes. Ah! Okay, let's go. All right. The good thing about this is I have 3 lives right now, so even if I completely royally mess up, we should at least get to the Mysterious Warrior, the end boss for this game. So, but I can start to smell the pizza. So, how's it looking? Ooh, it's getting a little dark. It's getting a little dark. My wife was really smart. She put in a pan below it to catch any of the droppings. We actually need a new pizza pan. I realized that this morning. Probably should have picked one up recently. Well, if I turn this into like a regular thing that I do, which, hey, maybe I will. Maybe what I'll do, or kind of one of the things I've been thinking about is maybe doing like deep dish pizza, because, you know, I'm from Chicago and deep dish is my favorite. But what the? But yeah, doing a deep dish, but like obviously that has to be a longer game because deep dishes take like, you know, this guy is beyond me right now. Please, when your flying knee isn't working, oh my goodness, yeah, just why isn't my? There we go. This game will drive you in freaking insane. Like, it's either, if you can get the flying knee down, it's not a hard game, but I'm gonna smash. Beefcake882. Hey, hopefully I'll be smashing some non-burn pizza soon, so it's okay. It isn't the end of the world if I lose a life here, because I still have, I mean, I'm going to lose a life here no matter what. I'm not playing this well, but hey, it is what it is. Oh my god. Yep, that's okay. So bring him up top. My bad, chat, if I'm not responsive right now. This is insane. Why am I so bad at this part? I can smell the pizza, oh my goodness. So there's 2 more of these mother effers. Oh, I timed that wrong. And that's gonna be... And I timed that wrong, of course. My effing god. Oh, all right. Looks like I have one life left, you guys. Oh my god. I'm trying not to use a whole bevy of swear words right now. Okay, so that should be okay. Cool. Yo, hurry up that pizza you burn. Get that pizza, son. Yeah, I know. Did I just accidentally pause it? Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. The worst speed run. All right, so I have no life to beat this guy. So either I'm gonna die or I'm gonna beat this guy. One of the two. So let's go. I have to put. Send him. I always like saying that. There's no better feeling than kneeing the end boss in this game. Oh, he's trying to bait me. He's trying to bait me. I know he is because he has this super awesome... His super awesome move that takes away like half your life. That like takes away like half of your life. I need to be really careful for. All right, I think I only have like 2 more flying knees. I think there's only 1 more. Actually, I don't know. It's either 1 or 2 more. I should know that. Oh! I knew he was gonna... Oh, crap, 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 crap. Get out of there, dude! Oh my goodness. White up is my... What? Oh, that's it. I beat it. I beat it, yo. I beat it. I was very nervous. That's time. Okay, I need to go get the pizza, guys. I'll be right back. Woo, 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 woo! Hey, we did it, man. We did it. I mean, the pizza, it's like a little bit burnt, but it's not bad. Compared to last week, it is amazing compared to last week. Perfect pizza. Yeah, it actually doesn't look that bad. I think I got lucky a little bit too because... like for some reason last week, and I had it, I had the pre-oven, or I had the oven preheated to 425. It's like the instructions tell me. I think 17 and 19 minutes might actually be a little bit of a like on the low range of this pizza maybe. So, and perfect for me because how far am I below my PB? Oh my goodness, 5 minutes and 3 seconds. Oh, that's what happens when you got pizza on the line, man. Oh, look, oh, you can see my dog. My dog's in there now trying to inspect. I think that's Leia. I can't tell if that's Leia or Alfie. I have a dachshund slash cocker spaniel named Princess Leia, and then that's definitely Leia. All right, she smells pizza. Don't get too close, babe. Don't want her to burn herself. Don't worry, she's smart. She's actually beyond smart. She's wicked smart. But our other dog, Alfie, who is a black lab and Australian Shepherd mix, and he's named after Alfonso Rubiero, but Prince Alfie. But he won't be going anywhere near the pizza because it's hot. Yeah, hurry up, get that pizza, son. PBETYD, yeah, woohoo. I'm guessing that's Justin. What's up, man? Kristen, Giga Peon, heck yeah, man, you guys. I am so happy that we were actually able to, I was actually able to run through this run and beat this game. So I don't know what it is. I could be absolutely rusty with this game. That 100% maybe it. Or maybe it's the fact that, oh, I think she just walked by the camera. Hilarious. Or maybe it's the fact that there's just so much more on the line because you absolutely have to eat the pizza if you don't. I don't know if that's it or what it is, but oh, she just gave me a slice of pizza. Nice. Here, let me go grab the piece of pizza real quick. Yeah, she was nice enough to cut that for me. And I don't know, you guys, this pizza actually doesn't look that bad if you look at it. So check it out. I mean, compared to last week, oh my goodness, last week was a absolute nightmare. So yeah, oh man, it looks so much better on the bottom than it did last week. Yeah, it actually doesn't look bad. Now it's definitely like a little bit burnt, but I mean, maybe it's just, I'm just gonna say it's crispy. And of course, the challenge here, so you have to eat at least one piece of pizza, but I think this is a pizza that we can eat all of, actually, which is, compared to last week, it's kind of a godsend, because last week I had to eat a whole piece of burnt pizza, and needless to say, it was not good. So, yeah, I would say this challenge is a huge success. It's so crazy. This game takes absolutely no prisoners and how difficult it really is. Like, this game is beyond hard, and even for someone who, you know, is in the top 30 for speedrunning for this game and plays this game on a semi-regular basis, I really should play this game much more than I do, but I should actually finally, you know, grind every day and try to get, you know, down in, below 17, 19, which is my PB, and I should try to get in really like the sub 15, sub 16. I've had a few people tell me that speedrun this game that are in the 13s and 14s, tell me that I definitely have the skill to get down there, but it's just all about that grind, you know, and making sure that perfect run happens. And if you don't know us about speedrunning already, like, perfect runs happen like one out of every like thousands of try. Like, I actually just shared this video on YouTube and actually Facebook channel too. So if you don't follow us on there, definitely check us out. Of this guy who was super awesome. Like, he just shared this video where during the pandemic, he played Super Mario Bros. 1 like over 5,000 different times, and he developed this like machine learning and like data science. He essentially wrote a program to show all the different, you know, over 5,000 different runs on one screen. And what was awesome about it was not just because he was able to analyze and illustrate, you know, like, you're talking about like millions of frames, right? Like, what was it, like 40 something million frames or something like that? Not only that, but you're also able to eventually run a sub 5 Super Mario Bros. 1 and get in the top 150. So my whole point of sharing that story and sharing that awesome video was because, like, people think of speedrunning and you'll see the YouTube or you'll see like games on quick. These are people that have played these games and this specific runs and types of runs like thousands, if not tens of thousands, or in some cases like hundreds of thousands of times, right? So like, I've only played this at least on live split 215 times so far. So that's really not even, those are rookie numbers compared to the number of attempts that, I'm sure that some people that are in like the top 10 for this game on speedrun.com have done. So anyways, I can always increase the number of attempts, but I think it'd be really fun now to go through my splits. They're kind of hard to see because I had to make room for our illustrious pizza cam, but it's kind of funny to go through some of these splits. I'm just looking at them now. So I'm going to go through them with you just because I think it's hilarious. So into the turf. After the first stage or mission in this game, I was back 34 minutes on my PR. After the second one at the heliport, I was down 39.9 seconds. After the battle in the chopper, which is the third stage, I was down 48 seconds. After the undersea base, which absolutely wrecked me in this run, I was down 131. Forced to death, down 150. Mansion of Terror, which I completely messed up. Well, because I didn't take an intentional death as well. I was down 235. Trap Room, I was down 324. The Double Illusion, I was down 447. And the Final Confrontation, I was down 5 minutes. You know what's kind of funny about these is that obviously the biggest time chunks were me just playing conservatively and just trying to make sure I had a successful run so I could be eating non-burned pizza, right? Or at least not semi-enjoyably cooked pizza is what I should say. Because this might have spent like an extra minute or two in the oven than I needed to, but honestly, it looks kind of crispy and it doesn't look bad at all. So shout out to Screaming Sicilian for making an amazing frozen pizza. If you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. I'm not sponsored by them, but I think they may be sending me some stuff because I reached out to them and I'm like, hey, like your pizzas are awesome. You guys should sponsor me. And they're like, we'll send you some stuff. So that's why I have no problem saying their name because, hey, like game recognizing game. But yeah, there was even a special on them too when I went back. So if, the Safeway in San Mateo, California, if you wonder why someone's buying all your holy pepperoni Screaming Sicilian pizzas, it's because I'm doing it for pizza bake speedruns. That'd be a really fun. So I work in data and analytics and insights and marketing, and we constantly trend out consumer behavior. And I think it would be so funny if like this became a thing, or like people started doing this, and they're like, why are our holy pepperoni Screaming Sicilian pizzas like selling like hotcakes at all our Safeways or grocery chains in certain tech areas? And you're like, because there's a whole bunch of gamers trying to speedrun and do this challenge at the same time. So yeah, shout out to them for having an awesome pizza. Even last week when I overcooked the pizza, the pepperoni still wasn't that bad. So no complaints there. And we obviously updated our pizza cam. For those that don't know, I'm actually going to be doing a video. I'm going to be doing 2 instructional videos coming up soon. First, because I've gotten a lot of questions for people on how to set up streaming for like retro games and how to set up my streaming. And I had to go through a lot of instructional video, like how to set up OBS, how to set up. And I use the 32-bit version because I have a super old capture box. So Elgato, feel free to sponsor me sometime and send me a free capture box. But apparently streaming is so big now. Hey, so a quick story. When we were at Target yesterday, I forgot we were picking up at Target. Anyways, we stopped in Target on our way back from Napa yesterday. And I always go through their video games section because I just think it's funny what they have, and sometimes it's kind of cool stuff too. So they actually had a Elgato stream box at Target, and I'm like, holy cow! I've never seen this at like a major box or retailer. And I'm sure 99% of the people that go through that aisle, or maybe 99% of the people that go to Target to begin with, probably don't know what a capture box is. But it was just kind of cool to see it because I'm like, oh, this is really. There's 9.5, somewhere between 9.5 and 10 million streamers on Twitch now. So that's just Twitch, and there's Facebook, YouTube, and plenty of other mediums as well. So, anyways, long story short, it was kind of crazy how much gaming and everything has taken over. And during the pandemic, that's really when I started because I thought it'd be fun. It's help with anxiety and also help with the this fun factor and reaching out and becoming more friends with the community. So it's been a great job. I'm actually just stalling right now because I'm waiting for my pizza to cool down so I can eat some of it because the challenge is no matter what happens, good or bad, I have to eat at least a slice of pizza. That's the challenge. So I am really pumped up to actually be eating a non-burnt slice of pizza this week. So, and like I thought about cheating last week. I want to be honest with you guys. I thought about cheating and like having a whole big thing of barbecue sauce or a big thing of ketchup or ranch because, you know, I'm clearly from the Midwest, and dipping the burnt ass pizza into that to try to like, you know, soften the blow of how bad it tasted from, not because of the pizza, but because I burnt the mess out of it. Like, so last week was, I don't think I took it out of the oven until like 38 minutes later. So that was kind of wild. So pepper rings were still good though. So with that, I think this pizza might be cooled enough to enjoy. I'm gonna drink a little bit more pop, and maybe I'll just turn this into a just chatting for 5 or 10 minutes while I eat. Yeah, so feel free to feel free to tell me how your day is going. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. I'm gonna start eating some of this much improved from last week baked pizza. Real talk is actually pretty good. Man, this is pretty good pizza. I'm not gonna lie. I have no problem, plugging them and telling them that they make a quality product, because they for sure do. And we had to even start. I'm pausing or muting the mics. I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me eat, but what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. I had a brain fart. That's okay. Yeah. So we able to beat this game. So I have the world's first pizza bake speedrun attempt last Saturday, and today I can officially say I have the world's first successful pizza bake speedrun challenge. The gauntlet was thrown last week. Shout out to Giga Peon, Benny MB in the Discord for coming up with this awesome idea and being just an absolute never-ending pool of innovation, right? Innovation and creativity. And so we did the very first attempt last week. It was an epic fail, but it was the very first attempt. This week, I was able to run through this game. It was at 22 minutes and 23 seconds, which, hey, listen, I still beat the game, right? This is just 5 minutes below my PB, but funny enough though, this time would actually get me in the top 31 or top 32 on speedrun.com. That's just how hard this game really is. And it's funny because in this run, as I looked through and I just recently named off all the different, missions or stages of this game and how far I was behind in each one, interestingly enough, I mean, I was royally, not playing this for speed. I was pretty much, although this was a speed run, I'd love to keep doing this and obviously trying to get, I'm obviously going to have a normal Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, speed run, just normal time for me. But I'm going to have the pizza bake speed run as well for it, obviously. And I'd love to do this with other games as well. Like, I'd love to, actually cook deep dish. So, 30 to 40 minutes of cook time. So I'd have to find a game which I can try to, beat in 30 to 40 minutes. So, obviously that's going to take a little bit of research and practice and everything. But interestingly enough, looking at the different missions and stages in this game, I actually, I was losing time every single stage, but the stage that I actually did not incrementally lose as much time in as compared to my PB as every other stage. It's actually the very last battle. So the final confrontation, like I actually played pretty well up until the end point where I got caught by him, and I realized that I didn't want to I didn't want to throw away this run. I wanted to actually be able to beat the game. I was playing a little conservatively towards the end, but if I had another flying knee connect earlier in that end boss, that could have been a really good end boss, the end boss portion of the speed run, which means that, hey, no matter what speed run you're doing out there, you can always learn from some aspect of it, right? So what I learned from this speed run was that obviously in this game is so complex, so difficult. Like the level of difficulty is through the roof on this game, and for anyone who doesn't place this in their top at least 20 for hardest NES games of all time, check this game out and try to play it. That'd be my challenge to you, because it's easily in the top 10 for me, but it's also in the top 10 for favorite ones. It so happens that two of them, the hardest NES games of all time, are actually two of my favorites. So this and Contra are two of my favorites. So, and I'm gonna actually start running Contra soon too. So that should be a lot of fun. But interestingly enough, I get back to my point that I actually lost less time in the final confrontation versus the other one. So even like I was having this ridiculously, underperforming speedrun, maybe because of the threat of having to eat burnt pizza or other things, I actually learned that in the final confrontation, you can be having this horrible speedrun, but still come through like Jordan and have, a decent run. Now, I will say, like, my flying knee was not working, so I need to go through this game and just, like, practice that. But my cyclone kick, for the most part, was, and those ninja assassins before the double illusion were just absolutely brutal. Like, I lost, 2 lives on those, which is... So, thank goodness I did not take that the intentional life at the Mansion of Terror, because I don't think I would have been able to beat the game. So I'm going to eat this last chunk of pizza, and then I think I'm going to get out of here, but I want to make sure that I eat this in front of you, because last week I had to eat a whole burnt slice of pizza. So this week I want to actually enjoy the delicious slice of pizza. All right, that's it, guys. You see a clean plate. And I'm happy to say that when I ask my wife, hey, I made breakfast / lunch, right? That she'll actually want to eat my breakfast / lunch that I made for her. Because last week when I jokingly asked her, like, hey, I made breakfast or I made lunch, and it was the burnt pizza, she's like, no, thank you. So, yeah. Nice. Oh, I'm just seeing Kristen's chat from earlier. I really want not burnt pizza for lunch. And that's what you got, babe. All right, guys. So it's been a real pleasure. Remember, last week was the first attempt at the hashtag Pizza Bake Speedrun Challenge. I failed epically, but this week I'm happy to say that was the first successful actual run through of the Pizza Bake Speedrun Challenge. So no need to put challenge at the end there, but just want to make sure that I was able to run through this and do this successfully. I thought that the originator and the person who first did this should finally go through and actually have some success in this speedrun, right? So we're going to be sharing this, no doubt. If you have any questions on how I set up my stream or how I set up the pizza cam, definitely feel free to reach out. I use ninja.obs for the pizza cam, which is, if you're not familiar with ninja.obs, it's a really super easy like online app that you can use, essentially a website where you can turn your camera phone into a web camera like I have there. So I'm gonna be showing a quick tutorial on that. I think that's something that a lot of people have asked me about. And also, too, I'm going to be sharing a tutorial on how to set up streaming in general because I've had a lot of questions on that. And then finally, I'm working with Corsby's Gaming as well. We're working on kind of like a retro nostalgia video where we're both going to be tag teaming our top 3 games that have aged well. So that should be a lot of fun, too. So we have a lot of stuff we're about to share on YouTube, and obviously we're going to be continuing to stream at least once a week into the foreseeable future. So hope you guys have a great rest of your Saturday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope this has been as fun for you as it has for me. Go eat some pizza, and remember, damn, it feels good to be a gamer. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.